guys, I'm back in my quest to do something or other. Forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do a guitar tutorial today for Shinedown's song Diamond Eyes. So yeah, I'll try and cover this all as well. It's kind of hard, but yeah. I'll just go ahead and get started. So first, the tuning is in drop D. Hopefully I'm still in tune. So you're just going to take this E string to D. Okay. And alright, to start off the song, I think they do it with this chord here, which is barring on the 8th fret, barring these top 3 strings, and then putting your finger here on this 10th fret. It's like a power chord, kind of, or a 5th chord. Yeah, then it would be what? I don't know. I'm in drop D, so I don't know what chord that would be. Or I could figure it out, just not right now. It won't take too long. So yeah, it starts out. You bar the top 3 strings on the 8th fret, and then you put this 3rd finger on the 10th fret of the G string. Should look like that if I move my fingers out of the way. And you just move that shape around. And you move it down to the 5th fret. Then down to the 3rd fret. And all the way up to the 10th. I don't think that's how that goes. I think it's like that. That last chord there is the same thing. It's just you're replacing this barring with your finger, the nut. That kind of goes down to the nut, and then you just put your finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. And then that's where it goes into the distorted sounding stuff, like the whole rest of the song. And it starts out with this little riff here. Does that like a bunch of times. It's so you do the open E string twice, and then you hammer on from the 10th fret to the 12th fret of that low string, and then you go and hammer on from the open to the 10th, then pull off to the open. And then you just go to the 12th fret and play that. Wait. No, you don't go to the 12th fret. You do a hammer on from the 10th to the 12th again. Sorry about that. And then it goes down to this. It replaces this with this. And that's like it's a power chord down here. A sharp power chord. Am I right on that? F sharp. And except it might not even be a power chord, probably a 5th. And then it mutes the string in the middle. So it's just the 3rd fret on the D string and the 6th fret of the B string. It's a little bit of a stretch, but. So it starts out with the open, and then it goes to that fifth, that F sharp or F chord. And then does that's open, then you go to the fifth, or not the fifth, the third fret. And then every time you hear this, you're just playing the F sharp chord. So I'd recommend just keeping your fingers in this position the whole time. And the only thing you really have to move is this one. And it does this, which is from the third fret. You bar down these. You're gonna do a lot of barring on these three things. These three strings. It's a power chord, or not a power chord, a fifth chord and drop D. So it does that on the third fret, and then it goes to the fifth, and slides over to the sixth, and then back down to the fifth, and then do the third to the third. It's all the same movable shape where you're just pressing down on these three top strings and no other strings. The only exception to that no other strings rule is during the chorus and the intro, where you're playing that note on the D string, which is always a fret higher than wherever you're barring, or 2 frets higher than wherever you're barring. Yeah. So that's the whole verse part. Then the bridge part is weird. It's something for sure. It's like this. And it goes into the chorus. So this part here. So if you notice my hand when I play this one, it's mostly just hammer on, so I'm only plucking this lower string as open, plucking it open, and I'm hammering on to the 10th and then the 12th fret. So from open I hammer on to 10, then from 10 I hammer on to 12. And then this chord here is just that same bar shape that I've been showing you, except it's on the 8th fret. And then you go here and you do the open fret again, except instead of doing this, these two notes are just going to be played as the 3rd fret of that low string twice. And then you go and do this C 5th chord, which is the 3rd fret of the A string and then the 5th fret of the D and G string. So from there it's like, and it does this again. But instead instead of going to that C5 chord, it just goes open. And then it goes into the chorus, which is basically the same thing as I showed you for the opening, except it's got distortion on, and it's a little different. It sounds like this. So it's a little different. So it starts off with the same opening chord, where you're barring on the 8th fret, and then where you're barring these top 3 strings on the 8th fret, and you've got the 10th fret of the D string. Same one I used to open the song with, like in the intro. But instead of moving I'd actually, for this chorus part, instead of using your 3rd finger, I'd use your 4th finger on that D string, so you can access the next chord shape better. And then instead of moving down to the 5th fret like I did in the intro, move straight down to the 3rd fret. Also, no, don't hold your hands like this. I'm just showing you kind of what I'm doing. You can hold your hands like I'm doing. And the next thing it does is weird. This is a little wonky. This is why I said put your 4th finger here. So it's going to take your 1st finger and it's going to move down a fret. But this finger is going to stay here, and this finger is going to go right onto the A string on the fret that this finger was just on. So this would go onto the 3rd fret of the A string. So it sounds a little weird, but with a song it's right. And then it goes down to the just pressing on the 2nd fret. And it does this again. And then it goes up to the 10th fret with this shape. And then you're going to need to use that thing again. You're going to put this finger, you're going to bar it on the 11th fret. You're going to put this finger on the A string where the 12th fret is. And then you're going to put this finger on the 14th fret of the D string. And that's pretty much the whole chorus. Sometimes you can bend that just for fun. I kind of like to bend it. Zach never does that, I don't think. I just kind of do that for fun. Just, I don't know. I'm weird. Then it goes into a break again where it's all calm and mellow, and it's the it's just the same. It's kind of the same chords as the beginning of the song. And then it goes into the solo. It goes. I'm not good at this. That's kind of what the solo sounds like. That's not what it's supposed to sound like, but that's my best give at it. So that's kind of like this. So it starts out like this, which is you take these 2 fingers, not flipping it off, I promise. And you go into the 2nd fret, or the 12th fret of the G string and the 13th fret of the B string. You strum those together and you bend them. And then it does, I like to divide this solo into little bits. If you don't want to learn the solo, you can just skip past this part. The first little bit of this solo it sounds like that. So that's right after this. It's the 12th fret down to the 10th of the G string, and then back up to the 12th twice, and back to the 10th, and that's all on the G string, and then it goes down to the D string, and it goes from the 12th down to the 10th, and back up to the 12th. Yeah, so it's very fast, so I'll go over that again. So 12th fret of the G string, I'll play it slowly, down to the 10th, back up to the 12th twice, and that's on the G string, and then it goes down to the 10th, and that's 12, 10, 12, and it goes back up to the G string. And then it goes to the next bit, as I like to call it. Which sounds like that. So, he slides from the 12th fret of the G string to the 14th fret. Then he goes to the 15th fret of the B string, plays that twice. And then he goes to the 14th fret of the E string, down to the 13th. And he kind of bends that too. So I'll play that slowly. 12 to the 14th of the G string. Then you go to the 15th of the G string. Then you go up to the 14th of the E string, kind of bend it, or bend it if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And then down to the 13th fret of the E string. And the next part's just, it's kind of simple, but also kind of hard. So you go to the 15th fret of the B string, pull off to the 13th, and then go to the 14th fret of the G string. And then the next part is just you just play the 13th fret of the B string twice, and the first string you bend it up. So I think in all that sounds like this. Then it goes into the next bit. Well, first I'll play this bit slowly. If you have to rewind, you can. Wait. Yeah, I think I played that right. Okay, and the next bit's like this. And that's back down on the 10th and 12th fret. So you go to the 12th fret of the G string, down to the 10th, back up to the 12th twice, back down to the 10th on the G string, and then go to the 10th fret of the D string, and hammer onto the 12th fret. So slowly that's. So far the whole solo sounds kind of like this. I can't play that super well, but yeah. The next bit, this is like the whole next half of the solo, because it's, yeah. The next bit's like this. That's the part I struggle with. So that half I kind of like to divide into two halves. So first there's a riff, and then there's the chords. So the riff would be like this. So that starts out with chords. Remember that chord shape I showed you down here? It's going to be the same thing, just on the 17th fret of the E string and the 14th fret of the G string. And you're going to play that twice. Then you're going to do the riff. So I'd want to move your finger up to get into a good position to play this. So you go from the 17th fret of the E string and pull off to the 15th, and then go down to the 18th fret of the B string. And you go back up to the 15th fret of the E string twice. So after you go up to that 15th fret twice, you go back down to the 18th. When you pull off from the 18th, down to the 15th fret of the B string. Then you go to the 17th fret of the G string, and then you go back up from the 5th fret, or back up from the 15th fret of the B string onto the 18th fret. So all that sounds like this. I keep restarting. This is the part I kind of struggle with. And the next bit's like this. But first, this bit played slowly. Oh wait, that's not it. So the next bit's like this. Kind of easy. You're just gonna want to move your fingers back a fret. You're gonna put your second finger on the 15th fret of the B string. And then you're also gonna put your second finger on the 15th fret. I think I just flipped you off. Sorry. And then the first finger on the 14th fret of the G string. So this one's on the 15th fret of the B string. This one's on the 14th fret of the G string. So you're gonna go and you're gonna play the B string. Then you're gonna I don't know how exactly how I describe how I play that. I'm playing that. I'm playing the one on the 17th fret of the B string. And I'm kind of just like I'm like doing a hammer on pull off from the 17th fret down to the 14th fret on the G string, but I'm not strumming it. I'm not actually plucking it when I do that. So it just sounds like this. And then it goes back from the 17th fret or the 15th fret. Oh shit. Pardon my French. That's the 15th fret and the 14th fret. I'm sorry. And you hammer on from the 17th fret down to the 14th fret on the G string. After playing the 17 something, 15. I'm losing my mind. Help. I need to get my guitar pick. I can't edit this either. Let me try that again. 15th fret of the B string, 14th fret of the G string. And you do like a pull off from the 17th fret on the G string to the 14th fret. After you play, so you play the 17th fret or the 15th fret of the B string. And you do like a pull off of the 17th fret down to the 14th fret. Then you go back from the 15th fret to the 18th fret again. So slow down, that's... So that whole bit of the solo, finally, I feel like it's been like 5 minutes, because it probably has. And it goes down and does that same chord shape. It's a movable chord shape, so it goes to the 9th fret. It does that same chord shape on the 9th fret, where you're doing the 7th fret. I can't count. You're gonna go to the 7th fret of the G string, 10th fret of the E string, and you're gonna move that same shape up. So you're gonna play it twice, and you're gonna move it up to where this finger's on the 9th, and this finger's on the 12th. And you move it up another fret. Next to that you move it up to would be the 12th and the 15th, to where it's on the 12th fret here and the 15th fret here. And then the 14th and 17th. Yeah. And then the next bit I never learned. It's partially acoustic, partially electric. So I never learned the actual tab there. Zach definitely does play something after the solo, something kind of calm. So while Barry's usually playing the acoustic guitar, Zach's playing something electric. So I usually just kind of like to mess around with the chords. I just play around with the chord shapes, and that's basically it. Yeah, okay, so that's basically the whole guitar bit for this song, because right after that it goes into the chorus, and then it goes right into the intro. Yeah, sorry that was so long and irritating on the solo part. I can't count, and I am tired. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.